the James Bond collection here. The James Bond museum entrance here.
Hello, my name is Benji. I am the tour guide for this part of the museum. So everything in this room is basically representing James Bond. So basically what you see here, these have all been used in the film. They're not replicas. So basically this whole room we see here is estimated over $100 million. So basically from here, one of the most interesting car you see in front of me is the Aston Martin Db5 GT Bond Edition. And basically this vehicle has been one of the 150 vehicles that have been made by Aston Martin. So basically what here is the 41st model that is inside the museum, and out of the 150, this was handmade by Aston Martin. Now, what's made this very unique is both the body of the engine as well as the color, which is like, you know, a love letter to Aston Martin themselves. So really the value that this car came out was between $300,000 and $400,000. Now basically the estimate of this car now is up to at least $900,000 or $1.2 million. Now, this one here is the Phantom Rolls Royce 1932 Royal Edition. Now, this one here was used with the royal family. So basically what this car is used for, so the royal family has a very unique chaperone and driver. So the chaperone will be here, but the driver had to be somebody who basically is in the British Royal Navy, who has to drive this car. Now the original Rolls-Royce Phantom it can sit up to 4 guests. However, this one in particular, this actually seats 6 guests, which, right if I showed you. So once again, you see the seats in the back. There's 2 more extra seats that can be pulled out, which can be for the prince or princess, and then the king and queen as well. This is one of the Db5s that was hand built. Basically, the original Db5 has a super Allegro, which is supercharged in Italian. However, this one here, this was custom made, as you can see with the engine. So basically, this was one of the dragon tanks that was used on film of Dr. No. And they used many different types of vehicles, and the tires you see there. So they use special tires on the set, which when they be shot on the beach, the sands won't track on sand. So that is one of the boats that was used in the film From Russia with Love. So basically you see the barrels right in front of them, in which they try to reenact that scene where they try to make a makeshift explosives with a flare gun.
I notice you have a Mustang here?
Yes, that is a 1964 and a half Ford Mustang. So originally Ford Mustang tried to showcase this vehicle as one of their first models in 1965. However, in 1964 they decided to showcase it in Goldfinger, in which they called it a 1964 and a half Ford Mustang. Next to it is the famous James Bond car, which is the Aston Martin Db5, which was used in 3 different films. It was used in Goldfinger, Thunderball, and Skyfall. What you see here is all of the vehicles that have been used, which all the gadgets, of course, all been worked on as well. tire slashers, the rotating license plates, and of course the ejector seat, along with the rear bulletproof shield and the oil slick and smoke screen in the back. Now this here is a Toyota 2000 GT. So back then they used two of these, in which the first one they attempted to use wasn't able to be used on set because Sean Connery was too tall to fit in it. So they used a second one which didn't look more like a convertible. That way when they took the roof off the car, Sean Connery would be able to sit inside the vehicle, but he never drove that vehicle though. Now this here is a Aston Martin Dbs. This was used in the film on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Now in that film, basically Bond rescues a Harris in which he falls in love, and in the end of the movie they both get married and drive off in this Aston Martin as you see. But in the film, near the end, Bond his wife do a drive-by shooting. This one here, this is a Triumph Stag that was used in the film Diamonds Are Forever. This is basically the equivalent of a convertible, but was made in Europe, in which most of these are been well-known seen in around Amsterdam. Now, this right here, sir, that is a Ford Mustang Mach 1. Now, back in the 70s, this particular vehicle was known to be the fastest Mustang ever built before they made better vehicles. Now, because the reason for that is the engine inside of it is a 429 Jet Cobra engine, and which basically means that is a very huge engine, in which basically they made this car specifically for that engine. That boat there was used on set in the film Live and Let Die, in which basically this boat here, alongside the boat that Bond used in the film, was used for the longest boat jump in Guinness World Record history. In the film, that boat particularly jumped over a river, over a road, then back over to the river, in which that record to this day has never been broken. Now this here, sir, that is a Amc Hornet that was used in the film The Man with the Golden Gun. Right next to it on your left, that is the Amc Matador Coupe, which is also used in The Man with the Golden Gun. Bond rode the Amc Hornet while the villain rode that Matador Coupe. Now the Amc Hornet in particular was known to do one of the most insane stunts, in which basically it jumped over a broken bridge, did a 360 barrel roll, and then landed in one piece. Now the Matador Coupe also had a very special feature, in which in the film, he basically, the villain had a very huge giant set of wings at a jet engine, and he used it to jump, to ride his vehicle to fly off of Thailand. Now that there is a Kawasaki Motorcycle. The motorcycle is real, but the passenger seat is actually a facade, which is a missile in disguise in the film The Spy Who Loved Me, which the assassin attempted to try to take out Bond by using that makeshift rocket, which once again looks like a passenger seat. Now basically when the assassin failed to try to take out Bond with the motorcycle, a henchwoman tried to take out Bond with the helicopter you see there sitting in the back of the wall. Now Bond in particular had a vehicle in order for him to get away, and that is the Lotus S3, in which you see that one right there. So when Bond used that very special, when Bond basically used this vehicle, he had a very special feature, which that vehicle can transform into the submarine car.
This is a submarine car here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So after Bond transformed his car, he took his car underwater and then used the missile, in which you see it sticking out, to take out the helicopter that tried to take him out.
The red thing there is the missile then, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And what's that there? Is that just like the radar or something?
Yeah, the telescope radar.
Okay, yeah. Oh, how neat.
So that is the updated version of the regular S3, which is the Lotus S3 Turbo. Now Bond actually had two of these vehicles in the film For Your Eyes Only. The first one he actually had was the white Lotus S3 Turbo, in which he lost that when a henchman tries to break into his car and it self-destruct. Now the one you see there, that is the copper version, which Bond uses to go to a ski resort in Italy, because the original S3 Turbos never had ski attachments on that vehicle. they actually added that onto the film, in which basically Bond used it to get to Italy. Once again, that is the first car that Bond had before that car exploded when a henchman tried to break into the car and self-destruct.
This white one here?
Yes.
Okay, and then this...
Now that's Bond's partner's car, which is essentially connected to 2CV, and 2CV means 2 horsepower in French. So basically, Bond partner's car wasn't really reliable and wasn't very fast, but in real life, it was used for French farmers to basically go to a village to get their equipments for their farms. Now that is a tuk-tuk, in which a tuk-tuk is a 3-wheeled vehicle that could be used for either public or casual transportation. But since Bond and his partner in the movie Octopussy used this vehicle in particular to get away by means of trying to get away from henchmen in the film. Now that there is a Renault 11 that was used in the film View to a Kill. Now the way that looks, that it's chopped in half, it's just not. What happened is Bond used that vehicle to chase after a henchwoman while she was parachuting around Paris. He loses the roof of his car when he hit a gate during the chase, and he loses the back of his car when his car got rear-ended so hard it broke in half. So Bond was mostly driving his vehicle with just the front of the seat, with the car. Now that there is a Aston Martin Vantage, in which basically this vehicle was designed for the film The Living Daylights, in which they showcase a edgier and more rebellious Bond. So the vehicle you see here has the missiles attachments and of course a V8 engine built inside. But of course, the most recent this vehicle is very unique is the skis that was attached to the side of the vehicle, in which they actually use that on a actual snow.
Oh, this is the ski.
Snow, and also use it on ice.
Okay, that was the James Bond area here in Dazzle, man. That was something else, all them different vehicles and everything else here in the Bond Museum here. But anyways, we're going to make our way out, and I think I want to wrap this video up for now, and I certainly enjoyed making it for you. I hope you enjoyed watching it, but until next time, I will see you on the next adventure. Bye now. Check out this adult drinking establishment here. Check out the bar. Look what's behind it. It's a tank. And check that out with all your different bottles of alcoholic beverage here. Then back here it looks like we have some more vehicles. James Bond. Yeah, this place is really something else, isn't it?